What is up, everybody? It's Rover Steve here today, and we gotta talk about the Sony fanboys making a petition to get Jim Ryan fired as CEO. And this is not the first time these fanboys have done this. This is just the most recent one because apparently, here's the petition right here: remove Jim Ryan as CEO of PlayStation. And apparently, this is German, so these are the German, the German Sony fanboys right here. So this is even more interesting. So they want Jim Ryan fired because pretty much, I guess he's making games go to PC and they don't like that. So this is This is what one of the guys who signed the petition said. Ending long-term first-party studio since the 90s and bringing PlayStation games to PC, this man cares about money rather than actual fan base. He's out of touch with the gaming community and constantly lying. But the point that they highlighted that was makes no sense is that they are really mad or really butthurt about him bringing games to PC. Who cares at the end of the day? Is he taking the games off PlayStation and only putting them on PC? Then I can understand why they might be mad, but they can still play these games on PlayStation. This isn't hurting anybody. It's only making more revenue for Sony. So it's just fascinating. They get so butthurt that he's putting games to PC. And we all know the reason why. And the reason why is because they can't use these Sony exclusive games in a stupid list war and these console war conversations or debates. They can't say, hey, this is why PlayStation is better than Xbox. They can't do that anymore because these games are multiplayer. So they feel butthurt in their feelings about this when it's like, really? It's not that big of a deal. So what are they going to do? So let's say somebody talks to these guys, let's say out in public or having a conversation with these guys saying, hey, I really enjoyed the Spider-Man game on PC. I really enjoyed the Spider-Man game on PC. Is the Sony fan going to get upset because you played that same game on PC and not PlayStation? Like, what difference does it make? It's the same game. Like, more people get to enjoy the hobby that you say you like gaming, or they get to play the game that you say you enjoy. So I don't see what the big deal is, but these guys are going so far as to sign a petition. And then, who even cares about this petition? Like, you think Sony executives are actually going to look at this petition and say, hey, look at 7,500 people signed this petition. Let's remove Jim Ryan right away. Like, they actually going to pay attention to this stupid petition. Sony fanboys are just truly some of the most embarrassing crowd of gamers. Making petitions that's going to go nowhere. 7,500 people. That's a drop in a bucket. You know how much money? You know how much money Jim Ryan is making Sony right now? They don't care about this small number of people who signed this for a petition. So they don't care at all. So just ridiculous. But let's see what people got to say about this. He cares more about money than the actual fan base. A business that's in it for money. How weird. Yeah, they're pretty much in it to make money. That's the whole point. And that's not even taken away from the Sony fan base. You don't lose anything by this. So that's why that makes no sense. Well, it makes sense. Well, it does make sense because they don't want to say that, hey, they want to say, hey, I got this game that Xbox guys don't got, that Xbox guys or other platforms don't. It's kind of childish in a way when you think about it. It's kind of like the child that has a toy who doesn't want to let the other kids get that toy. It's kind of similar to that in a way. That's the thing, right? I am on a Microsoft Xbox train this time because all first-party games do come on PC and more so on Steam. Whereas if PlayStation requires a studio say goodbye to games from them until they decide when to port them to PC. Okay. I agree. This is the worst CEO PlayStation has had so far. Is he really though? I mean, I don't know. I'm not seeing that much of an issue. I do have an issue with him trying to stop the Microsoft deal. We're gonna talk about that in the next video about how he flew out to stop the Microsoft deal. But other than that, other than him being like trying to be a blocker for that Microsoft deal, it's like Sony wise, I don't see he's just putting games over to PC. That's not that egregious to me. So I don't know. Then he says it's like Don Matrick with Junk Entertainment Connect console, but now Xbox has the best CEO so far, who is also a gamer himself, Phil Spencer. Okay. No, leave Jimmy alone. I don't think this is a LS fanboy doing. This feels like Sony wants him to step down if he doesn't stop the Microsoft Activision buyout. Yeah, because all board of directors make decisions based on petitions. That is definitely, you didn't know, that's definitely the way how they make their critical and key decisions is by petitions. Not by financial records, not by a group of votes. They just look at a petition, online petition by random Sony fanboys. That's how they make all their decisions. This is ridiculous, and I'm more than a little selfish of them. Funnily enough, most PlayStation coders call PC gamers dirty pirates, although yet their god releases games for PC. Yeah, that kind of destroys that narrative too, because they weren't making money on PC because all the PC users just pirated games and they wouldn't keep putting these games over. But because they're making so much money, because PC gamers actually do support the stuff on the PC, so that kind of knocks out that narrative right there too. Canceling Days Gone sequel was enough. I don't know why they fired Layden. He was better in that position. Okay, that is kind of one decision I don't like that Jim Ryan did. That was under his watch, was that Days Gone sequel not being done, but they wouldn't allow Last of Us remake instead. I would have rather played Days Gone sequel instead of the Last of Us remake. I took that over that, to be honest. I assume they have zero problem with criticizing other companies for making exclusives. That is a really bad sign where you can't even get 7,500 signatures. Yeah, they couldn't even get that amount. It wasn't even like a lot if they were really butthurt about it. They had that many people who really wanted Jim Ryan fired. They couldn't even get the full amount, which is sad. Well, the problem is he has bought prosperity to Sony. They won't get rid of Golden Gem. Now that should be seen by the regulators. The guy crying to agencies isn't even supported by fans of his company's product. No one should take him or his erroneous claims seriously. Damn, that is sad as F. You know, they really tried hard with the little petition. I mean, they put all that work into that petition. I mean, yeah. This comes as a surprise to you after contacting the president to stop the Activision deal, sending death threats to Jim Ryan for the exact thing, etc. This isn't even the first time they petition. Like I said, this is not the first time. This is probably the second or third time at this point that they made a petition to get this guy, get rid of this guy. And I was like, when did they realize it's not going to work? Like, nobody's going to make a decision based on your little petition. It's just stupid to, like, legit think that, you know, that sounds like such a childish thing that you're going to make a petition and you think, like, some official executives, people who get paid a ridiculous amount of money is going to make a decision based, and it's going to make a decision literally based on a 7,500 signed petition. Not even that, because they didn't even get the full amount, so. Let's see. Maybe you don't realize that maybe it's time for someone else to run Sony. It doesn't have to freak out like a baby over Microsoft deal. Besides, there are plenty of other better people that have better relationships with Microsoft and Jim Ryan than the Jim Ryan attitude. Sony fanboys are the second worst fanboys after Apple fanboys. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, I agree. Yet it doesn't stop these guys. They keep making these stupid petitions. He's not great, but that ain't why. Can you imagine you getting fired because you putting putting the games that people claim to love on so other people can play these same games? Like, that's just so ridiculous. Why are my fellow PlayStation gamers such epic clowns? More games going multiplayer is a good thing. It means more sales, which means more money that can go into gas for the games that we want to play. I like how Xbox games have existed on PC since Vista, and the Xbox community is for the most part chill with it. Yeah, you don't see too many Xbox guys angry that their games are on PC as well. Like, nobody truly cares. Like, nobody honestly cares. But Sony guys, they freak out about it. They have like little meltdowns and tantrums when someone else gets to play their games that's not on PlayStation. It's like crazy. Some of them are going bonkers and don't like their exclusives getting more accessibility, which makes zero sense. It really doesn't. I don't think people realize these petitions aren't going to do anything ever. They still haven't learned that key thing. These petitions aren't going to do anything. Maybe it was like 100 million petitions, then that might do something, because that's a lot of people. 100 million people sign a petition, then of course that would go viral. So of course that would be a good recognition. But 7,500 people isn't going to do anything. That's what is that, like a drop in a bucket? That's nothing. I hope they realize Sony or any company doesn't give two flying F's on what they want, right? Bunch of morons. Whole slate console exclusives are dead. Had me in the first half, then you lost me. Yeah, once you read the reason why, I think it's like, yeah, this is just stupid. But yeah, I agree. It's like, There's a lot of reasons somebody might could probably want Jim Ryan gone, but just because he moves, just because he's putting games to PC, PlayStation games to PC, is not a good reason. It's just stupid. It's like at the end of the day, if you're a PlayStation fan, you probably are playing these games on PlayStation. So why do you care? The more people get to play these games on PC, it doesn't affect you any way, shape, or form. So these guys are just ridiculous, literally making petitions. But I am going to conclude it right here. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below. Leave a like for this video, and as always, thanks for watching, and peace.